Welcome to the Sidebar. I'm myers-novak, currently filling in for Sebastian Morales, who is hula-hooping his way to a cure for AIDS. Today, we talk with Mark, who is a frequent contributor to Variety magazine with his popular article, Movies with Mark, in which he reviews movies, TV, and all things Hollywood. Mark currently lives in Venice, California. Mark, welcome.
Thanks for having me, man.
Now, today we're going to talk about the popular movie Hotel Artemis, which is currently in theaters, starring Jodie Foster, Sterling K. Brown, Sophia Boutella, and Jeff Goldblum. This is, I believe, the fifth movie written by Drew Pearce and directed as well. Mark, first thoughts on Jodie Foster having been back in her first major film role in 5 years. How does she handle it?
Well, man, I'm glad she got a haircut. I don't know if you remember, but she was going with the penis cut maybe for a year or two. I remember seeing her at an award show, and the way it fell looked just like the head of a penis. And that's all I could really take away from that when I was watching the movie. Thank God she got a haircut. When I was watching the Hotel Artemis, I didn't see a barber in there, but it's a hotel, so I figured somebody there is cutting hair. Batista, maybe.
But her performance, she's the nurse who is taking care of criminals. It's a hotel for criminals, and she runs the place.
I think she did a good job, man. I'm not really good with needles, so I had to look away a lot. I'm not good with blood either. It's one of those things. I actually was at a pizza festival last week, and I just passed out. I hit my head, and when I came to, the paramedics were snapping over me, and somebody stole my pepperoni.
You were at a pizza festival? How did blood come into the equation?
Oh, man, well, the sauce sometimes reminds me of blood, and I pass out. Usually I have to sit down when I eat pizza.
It's a completely different consistency, and it tastes different and smells different. It's pizza.
For sure. But at first glance, man, I made me dizzy. I had to sit. It's okay, though. I wound up getting a new slice of pizza. I found some quarters in my fifth pocket, and I was able to buy another slice. And they were good about it. They had plenty of pizza for everybody. So I wasn't worried about that.
How many pockets do you have in your pants?
I have 44 pockets, Clint. That
seems excessive to have that many pockets.
Well, not on one pair of pants, man, but in total, all of my pants have 2 pockets each, and
right.
some have 3. And I had one pair that had no pockets, and God strike me dead if I ever buy another pair of pants without pockets.
That does, we're getting, but women's fashion often doesn't have pockets that are able to carry things.
That's true, man, but I'm not wearing women's clothing, so.
You're not. I wouldn't judge you if you were. This is actually the first major film role for Brian Tyree Henry. He has gained notoriety on the show Atlanta as the rapper Paperboy. How does he handle the transition from TV to film?
I gave him 4 marks, man.
Wow.
Which is 4 out of 5 marks. You didn't get any Dirty Harrys?
So, why the 4 marks out of 5? What each of those marks give?
Well, he was hurt for the entire movie, man. He was always bleeding, and so I didn't really get a good look at him. But from what I saw, I think he was really good. Mm-hmm. I think he played the part of an injured person really well. He was in a bed a lot. Mm-hmm. I felt bad for the bed because he looked like he weighed a lot. But the bed seemed to hold up. Jodie Foster knew what she was doing. I'm not sure who built the bed. Here's the thing, man. I think I stayed at the Hotel Artemis once.
I don't think you did.
It's in Los Angeles.
I don't think you did.
I think so, man, because even though the movie takes place in the future, it's like 15 years ago it would be today, and they've been in business for 20 years.
Well, it was 13 years exactly, but
even better.
It wouldn't have been today.
Well, not Not today's what, Tuesday? Not Tuesday, but the year.
It would yes, it would be running today, I guess.
Because I stubbed my toe at the pool. I remember this very clearly. I stubbed my toe at the pool and it was bleeding and I almost fell into the deep end. And then the lifeguard brought me inside and I remember somebody who looked like Jodie Foster working on my toe. And I still have it. I didn't lose it.
But because it's that's unfortunate about your toe, and I'm glad that you didn't lose it. But that's not the nurse necessarily working in.
Oh no, but I think she's based on the nurse that took care of my toe. And she also had a penis cut.
That seems like an offensive way of talking about someone's hair, calling it a penis cut, referring to someone's head.
I think there was even a hole at the top. I think it was an ejaculatory haircut, man. Because her hair was always wet.
No one should ever have that haircut in the first place.
Jodie Foster had it. I saw it at an award show. I wrote about it in Variety. I interviewed Jodie Foster, man. I think it was Jodie Foster. She was giving another interview, man, but I got a couple questions in there. And once you get, I think, 3 questions, it becomes your interview.
That's not how that works.
That's how it works, man. That's in the rules. That's Variety said it was okay. They gave me a pass to all these things. I go. They don't make me dress up, really. I'm more of a sandal guy than a dress shoe guy. But I get on the red carpet, and I was there for Hotel Artemis, and I asked some questions, and I actually didn't ask about the penis cut because she no longer had it, and I didn't think it was relevant.
I am very glad you were able to hold yourself together for that long.
But Batista showed up with the penis cut, and I had to bite my tongue.
And we're back. Circling back to David Batista, he is getting quite a few roles now. He's becoming, I think, a breakout star. There's a couple people actually in this film, Dave Bautista and Sofia Boutella, who are up-and-comers in the film world. What do you think of how they handled the roles? They seem to be right up the alley, their alleys, and I think they were very good ways of furthering their careers.
Yeah, game changer, man. Batista gets a Pacino, which is 20 marks, and I reduced that by 4. 5 Hoffman, Hoffman's 5, so 4 Hoffmans is a Pacino, which is 8 Baldwins, so he gets 3.5.
3.5 what?
Marks.
What? I'm sorry.
It's very simple math, Clint. And Sophia, also game changer, right on. I gave her 1 Brody and 2 Marks, so it's 2.5 plus a Baldwin, so that's 5. And then I subtracted 1 because I couldn't pronounce her last name. But if you can't pronounce the last name, you can't get a full grasp of the actor. And if you can't get a full grasp of the actor, man, then it's very hard to understand the role that they're portraying.
Just because you can't say the name, like there are a few names in Hollywood that I have yet to be able to master. I know
like John Voight.
John Boot.
John Voight.
Voight, yes, he's
I can't pronounce that name, man.
Voight? Oh, John Voight.
Is that how you say it, man?
Yeah, I think so. If we're talking about the same person, that would be completely.
See, that's a game changer, man. If I can pronounce the name, they get more marks.
If you can pronounce the name, they get more. That seems like something that shouldn't matter to their standings, just because their name is hard. There are plenty of great actors who have hard names.
Yeah, man. Like who?
Like Lupita Nyong'o.
I don't even know how to say that. How do you spell that? I don't know. Who is that?
She was in Black Panther. She was in 12 Years a Slave. She actually graduated and got 12 Years a Slave straight out of college. She is a very young and talented starting artist. Or
oh, you're talking about Loopy P. I know Lou. Yeah, great actress. Outstanding actress.
Are we talking about the same person?
Lou BP. 12 Years a Slave. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know how to even respond to that because that's not her name.
I don't know how to respond to what you just said.
Lupita.
Yeah. Loopy.
Nope. That's not.
That's the easiest way to say the name. I don't understand why some people make it more difficult than it should.
Maybe that's her nickname, but I'm not sure if that's her real name. There's Daniel Okoye.
Danny O.
Danny O.
Danny Ocean, man.
Nope.
Yep.
That's Sofia Vergara.
Sofa.
Sofa.
I just call her Sofa, man.
That is one of the easier ones, actually.
Just want to lay on her, man.
Saoirse Ronan.
Right. Search Party, man.
How I actually see the logic behind that one is the frustrating part.
You can't. Here's the thing, man. You can't expect people to go to the movies and know who's in the movie and pronounce their name. Nothing's spelled phonetically. But if you can't read, man, these are brain busters that they're putting up there before the movie even starts.
All right. Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
So that one you understand?
Yeah, man. You don't understand Dave Bautista?
I understand Dave Bautista. I was just wondering if you understood Dave Bautista.
I don't know what there is to understand other than Dave Bautista.
I'm glad we're on the same page about that.
I don't think we are, man.
So, Hotel Artemis. It's been claimed to be a ripoff of the John Wick era. It's set in a very...
Candlesticks, man. Candlesticks.
That's... Oh, Wick. Nope, the movie John Wick.
Yeah, no. Man.
Candlesticks? Is that what you call it?
No, man. I just, made me think of candlesticks.
Those, again, they're I don't even know if there's a candlestick in the entire movie, in either of the movies, but this movie has been actually not popular, too popular with the critics or with the box office. It's been kind of a flop overall. What would be your professional assessment on the reasons that this is suffered at the box office as it has?
I don't think people want to see movies about hotels, man. Yeah, man. I don't know. There were brothers in that movie. There was Paperface and the other guy. They did a good job, man. They were fighting some other guys that were trying to come in. I'll tell you, you've been talking a lot, man, but I'll tell you what the movie's about. There's some writing outside. It's in the future. Somebody wants something, so they can't have it. Wham, wham, wham. They light fires and they kill people. Somebody gets hurt while they're killing people. The cops are always the bad guy. The cops chase them into the hotel. They get in. They belong to the membership. I want to know what else. What are the other perks you get? You're paying monthly dues for this service. What do you get? Like a newsletter? How do you know if they change the password? Do you get like a box of stuff? Is it like a Birch box? Do you get is there a dress code? Everybody seemed pretty frumpy. Also, okay, international assassins are coming into this hotel. There's only two people. One is Jodie Foster, who is a 60-year-old nurse. The other is Bautista. Did I say that right, man? Yeah, of course yes. I did. I know how to say that. There's Bautista. And he's just cracking skulls. I mean, is he a registered nurse? What is he? I feel like there needs to be more staff, man. They say there's no weapons in there, but look what happened when everybody showed up with weapons. They broke in and everybody got killed. The Hotel Artemis is a flawed system, man. I think their problem is because they're an independent entity. I think Hilton or Sheraton, one of them, should have taken over the Hotel Artemis. I don't understand why they can't expand. Do you?
I think they probably could have in the movie, but they didn't. I think the Hotel Artemis was an underground.
Put a whirlpool in there, man.
Like a pool?
Well, yeah, man. Like something for your feet. Get a massage.
That's actually not a terrible idea if
No.
you are trying to recover from a violent issue.
I'll tell you another thing, man. The Hotel Artemis looked like they never do laundry. There's no maid in sight. And if you've ever been to a hotel, man, there are maids everywhere. And there was not one. I don't think anybody's ever changed those sheets, man. I know, man. I had bed bugs for 4 years, man. And I am always itchy, and I'm always looking for a remedy. And you would think the Hotel Artemis would have a remedy for that, man. Bad lighting, dirty sheets, negative mark. Dirty Harry. And another thing, man, it was really easy for these criminals to just get in through the gate. Jodie Foster puts her foot down and says, nobody can come in unless you have
a
membership. And only Jeff Goldblum has the membership, and they let him in, and everybody else is pouting outside, like 40 guys. And then when they want to get in, they just break in.
Mm-hmm.
What was the whole point? What was the point of saying, oh, the Hotel Artemis is secure? Let me tell you something else also.
Mm-hmm.
Having a hotel for assassins in the middle of a city is a bad idea.
It is. Actually.
Put it in the suburbs, man.
I do agree with
And
that.
also, don't advertise that it's a hotel, because other people, are they on TripAdvisor, man? Are they on Kayak?
That
What if they're not booked? I mean, if you're in the middle of the city and you have Hotel Artemis, but you know nobody ever stays there, man, aren't the cops? Isn't the detective going to come walking in and say, "Hey, what is this place?" And then you just shoot them because there's no weapons, so you can't kill anybody in there. So they would have been snuffed out in a second.
No.
Why would you call it a hotel?
Because people stay there and people pay to stay there, and you service your guests.
But they know that it's a hotel. You don't have to say it's a hotel. I know it's a watermelon. They don't say watermelons on the watermelon, man.
That's actually a good point. But the Hotel Artemis is a brand.
Hotel's a character.
The hotel is a building.
Hotel had personality, man. Had more personality than anything else.
That's
the hotel. Everything else I didn't get. Splat. Didn't get it.
Splat. All right, so I'm gonna just read off a few parts of the movie, a few factors of the movie, and you just give me your quick one-off ratings out of five marks. Jodie Foster.
2 marks, 4 marks for the haircut.
4 marks total for the haircut?
No, 2 marks, 4 marks for the haircut.
All right. Drew Pearce, the director and writer.
Don't know him, no marks.
Oh. Brian Tyree Henry.
Who's that?
The guy who was in the bed.
3.5 marks, man. -4 marks for the sheets, man.
The Hotel Artemis itself, the building.
It gets 4 marks, man. It gets 5 marks and a Dirty Harry, so 4 marks, because you don't need to say that it's a hotel, because everybody's going to come. Everybody's going to come there, and they're going to take over. Look how easy it was to just take over the hotel.
The clever use of 3D printing in the movie.
Yeah, man, that was cool. Why did they only print one gun?
3D printing gives us so much opportunity for advancements in medicine and in physical capabilities. Those without limbs can rebuild limbs, or in the case of this movie, Jodie Foster's character, the nurse, can safely create whatever prosthetics or instruments she needs without fear of having those used as weapons against her. So, Mark. All right. Well, honestly, I hated this movie, but
Yeah, 5 marks, man.
All right, 5 marks. Mark, thank you for stopping by.
I'm at my house, man. It gets kind of lonely out here in Venice, and man, I know you're in Chicago. But if you ever come out to Venice, I got a futon for you, man. And I got an apple tree. Squirrels ate all the apples, but it's a nice tree, man. It's shady. We could sit under there, man, and we could drink some Coronas. I know a guy sells some limes, man. Get some of those and have a good time, man.
That actually sounds quite nice. I don't know when the next time that I'll be in Venice is going to be. I don't make it out to California very often.
Sure.
But I'm on the road a lot, campaigning for my brother-in-law for state senator. But I will try and make it over.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right. Next week on the Sidebar, crows can solve tricks. Can they solve you? I'm myers-novak. See you next time.